Hey.
You know, there is something about DJ Neptune I just love. I love the fact that it's really doing well. Did you see Fioki's new video?
Single.
Single, and then he has DJ Neptune and Skibby
DJ
on
Neptune
it.
is everywhere, super talented, and yet still very humble.
Yes, his character is on point, actually.
Okay, yeah, we should always just take a cue from people like this, you know?
Definitely.
Like when the fame is getting into your head, then you just know that.
You're still focused.
Okay,
Just be
you're still,
humble.
Yes. And especially Two-Face too. You know, that's one thing that they would always say about Two-Face every now and then.
The king
All
of
right, so one of my favorite days of the week is here. There is much happiness in this space, and it's a pleasure to connect with you once again this week on Nollywood Tuesday.
Yes, indeed. Now, you know that you can't find anyone to take our place, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing, that wouldn't do for you. Now, we're here to brighten up your everyday and make you feel good in every way. I guess not right. Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Tuesday effect is on. It's Nollywood Tuesday. Movie buffs, get in here. Let's do this. Catching on the phone and excitement. We are TVC Connect on Twitter and Instagram with the hashtag #IsSplash on TVC. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Royaness, this is Flaness. I go by the name King OJ. Well, you can call me OJ. That's what it is.
Yes, and ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name. Guys, my name is Amanda.
All right. You already know that it's the jewel in the crown right here. It's your girlfriend next door. My name is Honeypot. Welcome to the show. Okay, on today's edition, we have entertainment news, celebrity birthday shout-outs, and then a quick history lesson of entertainment history on Rewind.
Not forgetting Tweetville, where OJ will take us through some of the weird and crazy moments on social media.
Then to return to Rant on the Tweet of segment, after which a recap of all that you missed in the news will suffice. Then Daily Top 5 will be up next, and this is where we'll be taking a look at 5 Nollywood actors who have ventured into music. Later, we'll bring you some movie talks on movies at the movie segment, and where are they now? All of this and many more right after this.
All right, guys, let's get straight into the entertainment gist. Now, Femi Otedola foots Sadiq Daba's medical bills. Nigerian businessman Femi Otedola has promised to take care of the medical bills of ailing veteran actor Sadiq Daba. The businessman made this known in a statement saying, "I heard about Mr. Sadiq Daba's health condition when it was brought to my attention through an online news story I read 2 days ago. I was saddened to hear that he had taken ill again after overcoming his challenges from prostate cancer just 2 years ago." He further stated, "For me, taking care of Sadiq's medical expenses is my little way of showing appreciation and gratitude for the good memories he created for me and others in the past." Sadiq Daba is popular for the TV drama Kakra Adan, is one of the broadcasters and actors who more or less paved the way for the entertainment industry and the Nollywood industry in Nigeria. If you would recall, in April this year, the billionaire businessman took care of the medical bills of former Super Eagles coach Christian Chukwu, who was diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Nice one coming from Femi
Yeah.
Otedola.
But he's
Very
been
happy
doing,
about
he's been
that.
doing stuff like
But
that.
now we get to hear and see now, because one way or the other is always in our faces because of his children who are also celebrities.
But it's not the first time. You can remember, if you recall too, you know, RMD reached out to him when one of the
somebody from
Victor
Nollywood.
Yes.
Olauton.
Yes. True that.
So reached out to him and he helped. So he's been doing it for a while.
I
And
think
it's a good
it's
one.
very good to appreciate people that I've had in the industry for a while. So it's very easy to just forget. I mean, this 50 years ago when he started in the industry in the 1970s, and it's very easy to just move with the flow and just move with the new crowd. But I really like the fact that he's saying, no, we recognize you, we appreciate your work, and we're going to help you. That's one thing that we actually have to emulate as Nigerians.
This man is a national treasure,
He
guys.
is, definitely.
So we should treat him as one.
I like the angle Femi Otedola came from. Like, we used to watch this guy on TV. It was
Exactly.
part of my childhood. And it's just great that somebody is helping out in situations like this.
It's like helping an old teacher, you know?
Yeah, you
when last did you
know.
speak to like your old teachers from like primary
I
school?
know.
Because you'll be shocked that if you go to your primary or secondary school, you still see some teachers there, teaching the same subjects and everything.
In fact, it was just like them getting across to me that they're building a particular structure in my school, my secondary school, and they have gotten to a particular level, and then they want me to,
help.
you know, help, donate.
Very nice.
So, I mean, I'll be happy to do that.
Yes, definitely. All right, moving on to some more news. Now, we have to ban foreign movies to grow, says Nollywood actor Desmond Elliott. Now, Nollywood actor and politician Desmond Elliott has called for the ban of foreign movies in Nigeria to enable the growth of the Nigerian movie industry. Now, he made this known in a recent interview with HIP TV, saying, and I quote, "First, they need to create an enabling environment for this industry to thrive. Secondly, they need to consciously, intentionally focus on building the industry, treat it like you're importing rice, and you ban all foreign content." Ooh. Now, you know, making it difficult for foreign content to come in so that your local content can grow. Now, he then asked that the government needs to support the entertainment industry so it can grow, saying, and I quote, "This is the greatest product that we can have. Entertainment is the greatest now this country of 200 million people can ever have." Now, this statement has, however, sparked a lot of conversation on social media with divided opinions. So what do you guys think about this?
Okay, so I think I saw the conversation, and some people said, okay, so after banning all of these foreign things, so what do we now, you know,
fall back on?
So it is like, are we ready? Do we have stuff on ground already to fall back on? Because I tell you, this is the very example they always cite, especially when they say toothpick. We even import toothpick. So are we going to go back to our, you know, ijabe, that stuff that you used to?
To be honest, I actually understand where he's coming from. Now, he's saying if you treat it like importation of rice, it's a state where you have no choice but to consume your local content. Now, let's be real. When you go to a cinema and you see 10 movies, 8 of them out of those 10 are foreign movies, and maybe like 2 or 3 are Nigerian. Most times, 75% of the time, you pick the foreign movie first. Then maybe the foreign movies are all sold out. Then you move to the Nollywood industry. That doesn't necessarily help the Nollywood industry. But the question is why? Why are we picking the foreign movies? Because production is better, the quality of the movie is better, the acting is better, the scripting is better, everything is almost...
So it goes back to what I said. So what are we going to fall back on? Okay, maybe when it catches us like unawares like that, then we will now begin to
up the quality.
Up the game and yes, improve the quality. Maybe at that point we'll begin to do that.
Comparing rice to Nollywood, not necessary. China banned Facebook in their country. I think one of those Asia countries, they banned Facebook in their country. But they brought in a substitute that people could chat, and just like Facebook. So it worked. So if you want a situation whereby we shouldn't watch those things.
But we have Nollywood already. It's just that the Nollywood standard
Okay, if I want to watch
higher.
action movies, can you watch a Nollywood movie action and enjoy it? So it's a gradual process. We need to get there. Then when we get there, I'm hungry, and people pay for this thing. It's even hard to achieve.
So how would you say?
It's hard to achieve.
How would you say Bollywood achieved this?
Bollywood achieved it because they were actually chipping in their own content. They were creating content for their people, their own story that was making sense. That's the standard they have, and that's the standard they were following. Now you want us to not watch foreign movies. Now you need to make sure what you are churning out actually makes sense.
Because guys, we've had artists, we've had actors on this couch, and they say they're always very honest. That what they have is not quality.
You guys should
so we have to do this. Except you just want
2
to cut
months
off
they are done with a movie.
You want to cut this off, and then we are going to learn in the hard way.
So maybe he's right when he says that the government needs to support the movie industry.
Of course.
Most times why we're having this kind of production is because of money. I mean, if you're producing a movie in 2 weeks, what do you expect to happen? But then again, the budgets, because if you're going to spend 20 million on a movie, they want to get returns. So it's a very dicey game. I feel like with support, maybe we can get there. But right now, we're not there yet.
I don't even think it's achievable because you have to ban a whole lot of things. Don't people watch movies online? Don't they subscribe to a particular platform to watch those content online? So do you want to ban? Do you want to ban online so that people don't watch?
Things will become contraband.
Yeah, it's not achievable.
Yes, like my secondary school don't bring Gary, so people will, snuggle Gary in. All right, interesting. So we are moving it on. Oh my God. All right, R. Kelly's crisis manager steps down from position. Now, R. Kelly's crisis manager, Darrell Johnson, has announced that he's stepping down from his position and he's not willing to work with the embattled singer. This development is coming after an interview with CBS where he told Gayle King that he would never leave his own daughter alone with an accused pedophile. He further said he was worried about R. Kelly, saying it was a mess, scared and isolated, and he thinks the singer is on suicide watch. R. Kelly, who is presently in solitary confinement with no access to television or contact with other people, has been indicted on 18 counts, 13 in Illinois and 5 in New York, that include sexual exploitation of a child and kidnapping.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a typical example of when the chips fall, your friends might not be with you at that point in time. So this is,
out.
Of course, I mean, he has been indicted of all the crimes, and now his crisis manager, who's supposed to be defending him, who is supposed to be covering his, behind, is the one coming out to say this.
I think Gayle King just threw him off. She just threw the question like, would you let your child, your 5-year-old daughter, be with Robert? And like, he just had to say like, right now, because he's going through this situation, I don't think it's advisable.
So here's what I think. I think he doesn't believe R. Kelly, or he never believed R. Kelly. Because if he actually believed that R. Kelly was innocent, he wouldn't be at that state where he's saying, I can't leave my own daughter in the room, because you're his crisis manager. You're the person who is supposed to know if every other person is misjudging his character. You're the person who is supposed to know his character. So if he's pulling out, then he states more of the R. Kelly story for us to see. That's the way I see it.
Okay, so there is no one who's going to work with R. Kelly, because if you're going to be doing this job, you should know what you're in for. Yes, now, I do not even believe that when it comes to having lawyers or getting lawyers, sometimes they don't believe you. They know that you have done the wrong thing, but they stay with you all through. They just want to support you, and then the money is good, and then they use everything. And sometimes some people even win the case. They're guilty, by the end of the day, they win the case. So I don't know, like the heavens are just against R. Kelly. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
I think his time, like the time has come for him to pay. I mean, whatever you do, whatever you sow, you will reap. So I think now he's reaping it. I think
we never can tell.
We never can tell still. We never can tell. I'm always very careful with all of these things, especially when you have not seen it happen. You're not a witness, and then you just conclude. We are very, very, very quick to jump into conclusion.
And definitely waiting for the courts to do the right thing.
Especially in this part of the world.
Waiting for the courts to do the right thing.
Yes.
All right, finally, in the news, Marvel Studio announces Mahershala Ali as Blade. Yes, Marvel has announced its plans for Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4, and 10 new movies are planned to be released between May 2020 to November 2021. Mahershala Ali has been announced as the new Blade, the half-vampire killer previously played by Wesley Snipes in 3 films for New Line Cinema. According to reports, when New Line Cinema decided not to produce more Blade films, the rights to the character returned to Marvel Studio. The original Blade film began with Blade in 1998, followed by Guillermo del Toro directed Blade 2 in 2002, and finally Blade Trinity. Other movies to be expected from the Marvel Phase 4 includes Black Widow, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, The Eternals, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, WandaVision, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Fantastic Four, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and of course, Thor 4, Love and Thunder.
Oh my goodness.
Marvel is just...
What is wrong with Marvel? And I say
they just want to catch up for
They want to cut on every single
in
character.
5 years' time.
They want to do something on Loki, do something on Blade, do something on Captain Marvel. What is it?
But guess what? 2 days ago, I saw that Wesley Snipes was actually training on Twitter.
Because
so I went over and so he had a lot of hilarious stuff. Like he just wakes up and sees that his no mother, like the thing is going to catch him on unawares and all the like funny stuff. And I'm like, oh my God.
Honestly, I'm going to miss Wesley Snipes playing Blade. But then I don't know him. Old. I don't know.
Mahershala Ali, tall, built, perfect character for Blade.
So who knows? He could fit the right thing.
Let's see, because you know that at first...
Oscar winner.
you know how people
It's
don't,
good.
you know how people don't embrace change.
Yeah.
And somehow you'll be surprised how people are not loyal to. And so when they have talked about Wesley Snipes and then they see this person and they're quick to,
It's just normal.
Yeah,
We're used to Wesley Snipes. So a new face. So it's just like you have to kill it. There are two things.
Yeah.
You either, maintain the
Yeah.
balance or you up it.
Yeah.
Two things.
I think if they want to get it right, Wesley Snipes should still be in the movie, probably handing over his mantle, like, okay, you take over from me. I'm getting
I
old.
agree.
Brilliant one. Why would they
Marvel,
employ you?
pay me.
I
Why
agree.
would they employ you?
Pay me back money.
But honestly speaking, I feel like I love Marvel, but I'm starting to feel like they are overdoing it because you don't think so. I watched the last Spider-Man. Was it Spider-Man that just came out?
Yeah, Spider-Man.
And I don't know, I feel like the more they do these new stories, the more kind of watered down it is because they have to infuse other characters, because they have to make it more interesting, because we've already seen Spider-Man so many other times. We've already seen most of these characters a lot. So I feel like maybe they should start winding down.
I think that you are of the school of thought.
No.
No, not when it comes to this, but then other movies, you're always quick to. So why they creating other? Why they dream?
Yeah, like John Wick. Like John Wick needs to die.
John Wick, when you saw the ending of that one, you felt, okay, you know what?
There'll be part 4 again.
There'll be part 4, and I'm looking forward to part 4 when I saw the ending of John Wick. Part 3.
He should have
John Wick
died.
needs to die. I'm with
Anyways,
OG.
congratulations to Marsha Ali for becoming Blade, and we'll look out for that and other Marvel movies. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the news. Moving on to our celebrity birthday shout out. Today on Celebrity Birthday, we have English actor and producer Daniel Radcliffe. Yes, if you can remember Daniel Radcliffe, Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Lord of the Rings. What other movie again?
How different he looks,
It looks,
though.
yeah.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
grown.
Harry
Happy
Potter.
birthday.
Harry Potter, yes, it's Harry Potter instead of Lord of the Rings. And of course, we have Colombian actor, American actor, and stand-up comedian John Leguizamo. Yes, always playing the bad guy. Yeah, in movies.
Look at his face. Mischievous.
If they are looking for a Spanish actor to act that Spanish role,
always kills it
John
too.
is the person that everybody calls. And finally, Polish American actor, director, and producer Paul Wesley, formerly known as Paweł Wasilewski. So he changed his
We
name.
like his new name.
Yeah, he changed his name to be able to fit into. It's Polish. He was born from Polish parents, but born in America.
Well, you know, most people do this
Yeah,
so
to
that
fit
because
in,
the
to
names
fit
are
in.
always very long and then people can't pronounce because they
it.
don't come from that part
Yeah.
of the
So it's
world.
not just Africans that do it.
No.
Don't come for us.
Popular for movies like Vampire's Diary. He played Stefan.
Okay, guys.
And of course,
You
happy
do watch
birthday.
your movies.
We try.
Yeah,
This
this
one.
one.
It's Nollywood Tuesday. We gotta come with the
Yes,
tea,
you
ladies and
know.
gentlemen. And of course, happy birthday to everybody celebrating their birthday on this
Yes.
day.
Yes, somebody sent a message to me yesterday and I said the person should just send to TVC Connect. Now,
their
can
birthday?
I even remember that person's name? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
But it's fine. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's time for Tweetville. This is Tweetville, where we bring you all the savagery, humor, and crazy moments on social media. So let's do this. Are you guys ready?
You're not saying cray cray like Amanda.
No, that's me. So DJ Copy put up a picture of her in a golf place, and she put up a post saying, "Oh yeah, shoot your shots." And one guy just went there and commented, "Even if I score, my bank accounts will rule it as offside."
Okay.
Oh my
So he has
God.
officially disqualified himself. Like,
Why?
Oh my God.
This is a self-esteem problem.
Yes.
Yes, actually.
so do you think if he actually does,
Who knows?
Who knows?
Because
DJ Copy will not Google him and say,
Also-
"Is this guy?"
No.
I mean, she might not be materialistic, and I mean, the little I know about Gigi Copy is that she's very humble, she's very down to earth, so who knows?
So the
you're the one that just cancelled your chances.
It's
like
his bank
this.
account that cancels his chances.
No, so there are some times that you just meet someone on the surface, you never even know if something is going to happen. And then you start a conversation, and then you find that person interesting.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's not about the money. So, you know how they say that some women, I saw one very funny stuff, and they say,
Yeah,
some
talking
women
to
even have
women.
inner beauty. They say that's the way some guys have inner money. So if you have the vision.
Oh my gosh, this is so good.
Sorry.
So now the guy might have inner money. You know how you have inner beauty. So now when you now discover
So
the
has
person,
prospects,
you can now help the
potential.
person as DJ Copy, and then at the end of the day, you guys now become very...
Does this happen in Nigeria or...
But
Yes,
it
it does.
happens. It
Eh,
happens.
who are these girls?
You're talking to them.
I mean,
So they can enter your DM and you never, things can take off from there?
who
If he
knows?
has potential and he's really working hard to achieve his potential.
This is strange
no
coming from
problem.
Nigerian girls. Some people say, no money, no potential.
Who
Eh.
have you been talking to, OJ?
Arike will tell you that. Anyways, moving on. So somebody puts up a post. Ladies, learn to trust your husband, even though the reason they give is not always convincing. Imagine Jonah, that's Jonah in the Bible, coming back after 3 days and telling his wife that he was swallowed by fish.
Hey,
So Nigerian girls,
This is what it happened one time,
What of-
and it happened in the Bible thousands of years ago. So don't now come and feel
what
like
if
you
a
can come and
situation like this happens now? Like probably dog beats me.
you know how they
I don't
say
know,
that
man.
when it comes to relationship, like you can't use one person's relationship to judge
Judge
the
another
other.
person's,
So
yeah.
I am not a
Who are
relationship
these Nigerian girls now?
and then I am not a relationship expert. Can we move on already?
Oh, so you don't
Actually,
agree?
I'm not going to believe him if he comes with this kind of story at
Wow.
all. No. Actually,
But it
has to
happened
be
in those
it has to
days.
be
It happened in those
convincing.
days.
So if you're a pilot, for instance, and say you couldn't come back because something happened to your plane, it makes sense.
So
it has
was-
to relate
do you-
to what you are doing.
Did you think that was convincing then?
I mean,
That fish swallowed Jonah for 3 days
what were most of them doing there? Most of them are fishermen, so he was at sea.
and he came back alive and said,
that never happened.
my wife, I was swallowed. I was in the belly 3 days, but I'm back.
They'll say Fabu, like you have come again. Oh.
You went to cheat. Just tell us where you went to with that girl. Anyways, moving on. This is another tweet from Undugu MR Mugisha.
Mugisha.
And he said, I met a girl in a taxi. I bought her yogurt. I bought yogurt for her. We exchanged numbers. Then I saw her saving my name as Taxi Yogurt. I collect my yogurt back. What nonsense.
I do this
Everybody
thing.
does
No,
this.
everybody does this. So you just so that the next time you see it,
You
you'll
can't
know where
blame
you
her.
like you'll remember that person. But if you now become very close, eventually you can
You
change
change
the person's
it.
name.
Exactly.
But she didn't
So why
put-
is
she
he
didn't-
paying?
No, it's painful because you didn't put Undugu. He must have probably said, my name is Undugu. So you
didn't
would have done it
remember.
as
If you told me Undugu,
She didn't
Taxi
remember.
Yogurt.
Okay,
Now,
so-
this is the first time I am hearing Undugu. Not that people have not been
Bearing.
bearing it, but I'm not familiar with Undugu.
I don't have other Undugus on your list.
Well,
No, that's-
and the
that's
thing
not
is,
to your advantage.
I might not be so quick to like Undugu is strange. So I'm
Undugu,
like,
Taxi Yogurt.
To be honest, let me tell you what happened. She didn't remember his name. She didn't remember his name.
And she
they
didn't
were
want
in
to
a
embarrass.
taxi, and she didn't want to embarrass him by asking, what did you say your name is again? So he is even on a better position and platform that she saved his name as Taxi Yogurt. Someone like me, your name will be unnamed.
And my guy
we
collected
save-
his yogurt back.
What, he's
No
very-
time for
he's
nonsense.
He's very petty.
No, it's no time for nonsense. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on. Somebody put up a tweet. Damn, isn't it a little too early to be eating? And me, what time do stomachs open? Look at this guy
That's
face. Like,
OJ.
people always say this. Like, don't.
OJ,
eat-
this is you.
No, this is.
OJ,
not
are you
me.
not supposed to be dieting? Today is my cheat day. Tomorrow is my cheat day.
But you-
Next
What
tomorrow
time
is my
do stomachs
cheat day.
open?
But
Is it your
in
stomach?
secondary school, I know a girl. She eats in the morning, afternoon, night, and then in the middle of the night, she wakes up to eat.
That's not
and she
good.
tells me that that is what they do in their house. So for the longest period, I was
She's
trying
just-
to like rack my brain and then trying to like understand like how do people take midnight food.
But this one is eating too early, so I don't actually think there's any
What
problem.
time?
with
What time
eating
is too early to eat?
So what is too early? Is it 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6
Too
a.m.?
early, man.
It depends. It depends because it depends on
But
when
you're
you set
awake.
out
To
and when
me.
you wake
You're
up.
awake.
It depends. I am not a breakfast person.
Me too.
And they say that breakfast is very important.
Very.
Right? It is the most important
Important.
meal of the day. But I am not a breakfast person. So if I eat and
I
then
think
I come to
eating
work, and
late
it
is
might
the
disturb
problem,
me.
not eating early.
Early.
Eating late is the problem because you're going to sleep and it's going to be
It's not
digesting.
going to be
while
digesting.
It's not going to
It's not
be
good
digesting.
digesting.
What about I just came back from the club like 3 in the morning and I want to eat something?
And
That's-
when you have the stomach, don't complain.
Okay.
That's it now. I mean,
Checking out some more tweets. This is from a DJ Femzi D. And it says, so this morning my mom called me a fool and she heard me whisper, mother of a fool. Anyways, if y'all see a dark guy wearing a fake black Philippine t-shirt and a blue jean carrying a big black bag under any bridge in Lagos, help me. I am homeless. So the mother has chased this boy out of the house.
Did you forget?
You know those...
He forgot where he was from.
No, you can't. You can't. You are from Africa.
Okay, so look at the flags on his name. So maybe he's mixed. Maybe he's Nigerian and from another country.
His name is Femi, DJ FemZD.
And I tell you what,
on that bridge.
Even when you think
In
that...
Lagos.
What happened?
Even when you think that this is about Africans, I tell you, it's not about Africans though. You can't try with some American parents.
True that. The black ones. I'ma spank you. So if you guys see Femi, please help him.
Don't be like Femi.
He's homeless right now. He went to
Some African parents can even hear your thoughts.
I'm telling you.
Don't think it.
You know what I do? What I do? What are you saying?
Why are you looking at me like that?
It's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Yes,
Oh my God!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on Twitter. We'll keep it locked because we still have more right here on Nollywood Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, we have two guests on the show today. Our first guest is Bolan Olatunde, aka Boli Lomo. Is a media personality, actor, and comedian. Is also one of Nigeria's favorite comedic influencers and is making a lot of waves at the moment. Yeah, bragging right like that. And also we have Shalewa Ashafa, who is an amazing actress and an undergraduate of the University of Lagos. She's known for roles in Ajoche and a host of other movies. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank
Welcome.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
So,
you.
Wally, you do like 1001 things. Like
Yes.
you wear so many caps. How do you even survive? Like, okay, so you're an actor, you're a comedic, what's that, influencer?
Hype man.
Hype man, you know, a presenter. And then, in fact, if people are very familiar with is it Better Box now?
Better
Yeah.
Box,
Better Box on BRT that time, and then they were always watching, then they would know this person very well. With all these dark glasses that you people are always putting on
Okay, yeah,
inside
she moved it.
Let me remove it.
Show them your
so they
face.
can see you.
Yeah, okay.
And then
I
I
have
don't know
a
whether
problem.
to add fitness instructor because I mean this build.
Honey,
I don't
you
know.
fucked him.
I know Bolly, and I'm always seeing videos.
Oh,
and
yeah. I know, but I think that it's still alive now. Like, I think growing up, you always feel like you can do so many things and take all the money so that you can buy G-Wagon.
So are you taking all the money?
I was trying to, but now it's tailored.
But it
so
seems like you're focused more on
yeah,
acting
so now it's acting, hosting, and sometimes TV personalities, so like presenting. So it's tailored now. So I'm an actor first, then a host. Host is hype man and MC. Eventually, yes, I do that. Eventually. But yeah, I think it's right now, it's tailored down.
I mean, you have been doing stage plays since you were very young, and
Yes.
then you have been acting. You were very popular for your role in Ajoche. That was, I mean, I've been with her on countless occasions where people are like, "Oh my gosh, Ella Keche," and I'm like, okay. So how was that role? How has that role defined your acting, or how was it before and after Ajoche?
Okay, so before I was kind of getting into the space where I was beginning to reconsider my choices. I was thinking, do I still want to act? Because my second love is advertising. So I wanted to be a copywriter. I was already saying, okay, maybe I should just be more on the creative part and just, you know, just follow that dream, or let me just do a 9 to 5 in an office. But when I did Ajoche came to me. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't plan for it. I didn't go for it. It just came to me and it happened. And since then, I have just been reconsidering everything again. Like, okay, maybe I should just continue. Let me just stick to this. Let me just keep treading on this path. So, yeah.
Sorry, Shalewa, how did it get to you? We need to know how it's all started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ajoche or acting?
Like
as
acting
a whole?
itself.
Okay, yeah, so acting came to me as well. So my
Things just
family,
come to you, man.
things just come to me. So my, a family member, he is a reputable person in the stage industry and he's a stage writer. So I was very little, I was like 9 years old and I was just in my room, just jumping on my bed and he just comes to me like, do you want to act? And I'm like, yeah, am I going to see Genevieve and Omotola? And he's like, yes. I was like, okay, dress up, we're going to National Theatre. I didn't even know what we're going to do at National Theatre. I didn't know he was taking me for rehearsals. And then I did that and I went on to do one of the most prominent stage plays. It was titled Pound of Flesh. It was around child circumcision. It was kind of a thing back then. So I was the lead character, I was the child. And that was how it happened.
Wow, fantastic.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we still have Boliloma in the building and, of course, Shalewa. So keep it locked.
Okay.
Okay, so Shalewa, okay, well, I mean, I have like a lot of questions to ask. All right, so you were talking about how Adoche actually changed everything for you.
Yes.
All right, interesting. So now I want to know, when you act a role like that, especially where you were buried in that movie,
yes.
it's a lot of, I don't know whether it's even traumatizing or something. I don't know how you get yourself into that, you know, role and then you come out of it. Do you talk to therapists afterwards? Is it like the way they go in Nollywood? How did it affect
Like
you? You want to talk about it?
or?
What?
So I feel for like different people, I believe in different people, different strokes. You understand? What might work for you will be different from what might work for me. So there are people that when they want to get into a character, they have to be in the mood. They have to, you know, just immerse themselves in that mentality. But for me, it's quite easy. I just get in and then I snap out of it, and it doesn't affect me personally. I have never taken any role, I'm sorry, that has affected me personally. It might affect me physically, because I will be physically tired and I will have scars and everything. But scars are just scars. They will go after a while. But yeah.
Boliloma, still talking about movies, how did you venture into movies itself?
So unlike me, I started off with social media, which is, I think, the different approaches to, you know, to this entertainment industry. I really just use social media. I didn't know anyone. I was in England, so all I had was social media. So I used to just post like videos, and I got lucky because I got a big break on Kick at the time.
You had
Like,
1 million followers.
yeah.
1
I had
million
over
followers.
a million
on
followers on
Instagram.
Kick, and there was no Instagram then. So it was just that, and I was like a massive, like I would go out in like London to just buy bread, and you just say, oh, you're that guy from Kick, and I'm like, and I was young, I didn't know why I was doing it. I wasn't doing it for fame, because literally just doing it because I didn't have anything else to do.
Must I say I was one of your fans? Why you acting surprised? I've told him this so many times. I used to watch him on Kick a lot.
So coming to Nigeria, where did
So
that
when I
come?
moved back to Nigeria, I was, funny enough, I was trying to do music.
Wow.
I wasn't trying to be on TV. Music was my dream. So even with the Kick fame, I was trying to be an artist, but I realized that I'll be begging them that let me perform. They will say it's already full, but the same people will now come and say, oh, we want you to host this same show. I will give you money.
Wow.
But I was begging you to let me perform, and you said no. But you are. I said,
They were saying another thing.
yeah. So I was like, wait, am I foolish? Like somebody's giving me money for free, and I'm begging them. So I realized that maybe it wasn't my calling to do music. I still feel like I want to, but it was natural that I was the people's person. I could hold a crowd, I
for
could
the
talk to
party.
a crowd, but I always wanted to be an actor. That I was going to do music and acting. So I did auditions. So I thought that my Kick fame would help at first. So
They don't know you.
it did at some point, but Kick had moved to Instagram, and I didn't grow. I didn't grow with so I didn't naturally grow. But I had a few offers, but naturally I had to go for auditions. And the first role I got was extra. But I really thought I'd made it. I told my mom that, Mommy, I told you that I was going to make it. Okay? Well, my dear actor, because they said it's not why they sent me to abroad. So I packed, and then it was for Tintel actually. So they told me to bring 3 outfits. I didn't sleep. I packed 4. I told my mom that, Mom, this did break.
Oh my God.
So I got there. I remember that I saw Gideon Okeke. They gave him like meat pie and tea. They gave me just the meat pie. I said, are you not going to give me tea? They said, no, just sit down. I said, Madam, sorry, where's my script? Because I saw him reading his script. Like, he was really going like, I said, Ma'am, they didn't tell me I was an extra. So they just said I should come with 4 outfits. So I said,
I'm sweating in this AC.
I said, sorry, ma'am, where's my script? They said, don't worry. So when it was time, they said, can you please come? I said, ma'am, I didn't get the script. They said, what you just did, just shout, kidnapper, kidnapper.
Okay, buddy.
That was all.
Oh my gosh.
But that was the desire. As much as it was an extra, I was like, wow. But I loved it. I loved the thrill of being on set. I loved meeting the crew. So I went for more auditions, and I got Ojukoko, which was a movie.
It was a good start.
Yeah, and then funny enough, the director was one that also got me my Batterbox gig. So I always say to people, you never know who can help you. Then I had Lagos Big Boy with Ndani TV. where I was the lead. And then after that, I had On the Real with Ebony Life.
Okay. I want to talk about social media briefly because you mentioned earlier how Kingston converts to Instagram.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are Instagram influencers, social media influencers, social media actors.
Yeah.
You know, now with the new things that are coming, like the new updates that are coming with Instagram, like recently Instagram was saying that they want to remove the way you can view likes, meaning you can't view likes on posts. Now, how would you say someone who is very heavy with social media cannot just, you know, how can you transit to physical, like physical, you know, recognition as well as not just social media? Because what happens tomorrow if Instagram closes down, you know, Facebook closes down? So how do you portray your work out there?
For me, I'm not that I'm happy that it didn't grow. I'm kind of happy because it made me work harder physical, if it makes sense. I still have the online presence, but I don't think that it's as big as it was on Kik. So sometimes not the national level of people know me. So I would always advise that people, as they're grinding online, are also utilizing it real time. Your online presence is a network. So it makes maybe a director one step closer to you. But if you don't actually use that one step closer to get the job, then it's just a one step closer. So I would always tell people, with your 1 million followers, use it. If you know that the director that would normally not cast you is commenting under your picture saying, hello, hello, hello. LOL, sir. I cannot speak more. So that's why I'd always say, like, you need to figure out how to utilize, because a lot of people, they get comfortable in their box, that they're popular online. And to be honest, they are making money. Let me not say that they are making money. But it's different from if you want to make money as an online influencer, good. If you want to translate it into real time, but the thing is that...
But someone like Shaliwa, I mean, Shaliwa is not very heavy on Instagram, on social media, but she has been getting all the gigs and stuff. So how are you doing it?
Okay.
How are you
doing it?
I'm not, there's nobody commenting hello under my post. To be honest, I believe it's just all the efforts that I put in the past, all the auditions, which is funny because I met you. As we met each other for the first time at an audition years ago. So I went, you know, when they say people became audition rats.
But wait,
I had audition groups.
I read an interview you granted, and you were talking about how nepotism is very high in the Nollywood industry.
Yes, it is.
And so that if you don't know, that some people would deny this, but then if you don't know someone, you might not get there. Because somebody has said before that no matter how you have the talent, if you're just sitting down there and think that your talent will bring the works for you, that it will never bring the works for you.
So you have to network. You have to know people, which brings it back to what Bolly was saying. You have to know people. So when you know that one director, be sure that you know other directors through him. So you're meeting people through people. You're meeting people through people. You're building relationships. You're building your network. You're placing yourself in a way that you are in their subconscious, so that when they're writing scripts and they're creating roles, the first person that's coming to their mind is Bolly, Shaliwa.
So it doesn't get to a place where they can just sit down and they say, oh, this person would fit this role, even if they don't have the relationship with you.
So let me ask you this. If you don't know of something, or if you don't know anything, how do you create something for the thing? Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to be top of the mind. There might be somebody, there's always someone that fits into every role, but you just need to make sure that you are top of their mind. That's how it works.
There's levels to it. There's two ways to it. It's the online or it's physical. Some people just go for a lot of auditions. And then they see them like, sometimes maybe the director has seen you at 10 auditions. Just come in. Morini Keja last week, he was in Bagada. Enter.
No, like face you, look familiar.
Like it gets to a point when that's the physical way of doing it, and then there's the online way where they're seeing you, which surprisingly online is actually harder because
it is.
Wow, really?
Yes, I would say that because
really
how many people get that online presence, the trend, the viralness.
But it feels like it's very easy to be popular. All you need to do is a viral video, a funny video, a dancing video.
Well, not every.
And next thing, that's it.
Okay, so for every one person that goes viral, there's 2,000 videos of that. And that's the truth.
You know?
So with every person putting out monologues online, there's like, because now I'm back into the acting scene, so I'm seeing it. So let's say there's 5,000 monologues. There would only be about like 3 or 4 that's going viral enough for a director to see it. So it's just as hard as going to different auditions because not that many people are looking at you or will give you that break, even online.
Yeah.
So you need to figure out how to put yourself in their head.
What are you guys working on right now?
Oh my goodness, I have some tea for you. Both of them are working on a project that they're couples, but say more about it. Say more about it.
I was wondering.
They're couples in it.
Yeah.
So, it's a TV series. It's titled Social Experiment. He plays my boyfriend. The love of my life. The love of my life. It basically just follows the life of about four or five youths that live together in a house, different life I was about to say life experiments. Different life experiences and how we can see social issues from both points of view. So that's from the female side and from the male side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, interesting. And to think that they didn't even know that they were coming, like both of them were coming on the show today. That is so amazing. Yeah. Now, I would have really loved to like go on because I know that you belong to like, I don't know whether to call it a label, because I know that, you know, there are people who manage and Miss DSF is, and then you are there too. I wonder how that works. Like these days, people, it's not only artists, people who sing, who gets that kind of umbrella.
Well, I think it's management.
Management,
yeah.
Yes.
So, well, not anymore. I used to be with High Buzz,
okay.
So it was Maraji, Dorcas,
DSF.
and Lola Oji, but I'm not with them anymore.
Okay.
So, but shout out to High Buzz.
Right.
I think I have a new management team now, which
Thank you guys for coming on the show today. I mean, you are such
funny,
a
amazing,
amazing
thanks for having us, guys.
talented.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
All right, guys, so that's all we can take on the first half of the show. Now, still to come, we have the entertainment news recap, daily top 5, movies at the movies, and where are they now? So see you on the other side.
So much for staying here with us. We had a nice time with the last session. You would agree, right? Okay, so far we've brought you entertainment news, tweet view, and our guest. Now it's time to chew it off in a minute or less. So one of us will go on a rant about on what's currently bothering us, and it falls on my table today.
Yeah, because I'm good.
Oh my God.
It's only honeypot that says roundabout, rant-bout. I think it's so cute. It's so like, it's so honeypot-ish. So yeah, rant.
Don't mind me. Okay, so I wish sometimes I can just come on the show and then I do the plain thing, but then, you know, I
You have to be professional.
no, I can't detach.
Oh.
Yes, I can't, like, I'm used to it. All right, so let me talk about this. You all know that I just started a business.
Yeah.
And before the business,
I feel like I'm going to relate to this. Just continue.
So the business I used to do before now was just providing service, which was like MC,
Hosting,
you know, MCing and then voiceover and all that. So that was one business and it's still my business. But the one I do right now is, you know, delivering products, you know, offering products and all that. So before you get into, if you've not found yourself in people's shoes, you might not know what is going on. So some people complain that, you know, on social media, people give them fake stuff and all that. So I discovered that people want things that are too good to be true.
At cheap prices.
Very, very cheap.
Yeah.
So you sell an accessory, for instance, or you sell accessories and then they're buying it for, they're pricing it for like 350 naira, which I don't even have that price.
Honestly speaking, I can relate to you.
Do you understand?
And
then the person is asking you, I hope it is non-tarnish. I hope I'll wear it for 100 years. And I'm like, are you buying gold? I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying.
do.
So now I think a lot of people put themselves in that and then they come to rant at the end of the day like, oh, people are cheating us. Because they have known that you want a very good thing
at a
very cheap price. And it is not going to happen, people. I did not rob.
Somebody bought something worth 1,000 naira from my brand, and then there was a time when I was having issues with Instagram. It kept logging my brand out of the page. So now it logged out for like 4 hours. The next thing I just saw on my personal page, it was like 16 lines of insults. Oh my gosh, so you're a fraud. You're doing this. You wanted to steal my money. I'm so disappointed in you. I watch you on TV. 1,000 naira, guys. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, calm down. This thing just went off for 3 hours. So I feel like most times people are on the defensive when it comes to online business. Then two, they want, as you said, this quality products. They want everything. It's 1,000, but it's real gold.
Yes. So
Like,
they're telling
how
you
does
that
it
I hope that I will
happen?
have my bath with it and then I'll use bleaching cream and the thing will not change. It's not. Okay. It's fine.
Anyways,
So,
All right, it's
guys, on that note, I cannot relate.
I'm sure you can relate.
Okay.
But moving on, guys,
I
it's time
can
for a
relate.
quick recap of the entertainment news.
Yes, it is.
All right, so we told you this. Femi Otedola foots Sadiq Daba's medical bills.
And we also told you that Desmond Elliott said that we have to ban foreign movies to grow.
All right, here R. Kelly's crisis manager steps down from position.
And of course, we wrapped up the news saying Marvel Studio announces Mahershala Ali as Blade.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap. So, we'll go on a quick break. And when we come back, it'll be time for our daily top 5. Don't go nowhere.
We talked about Nollywood actresses who ventured into music last week. This week, we will be talking about their male colleagues who also dabbled into music. Here are 5 actors in the Nollywood industry you are probably unaware had a couple of songs under their belt. So we're going to be starting with Jim Ike. Now, this Nollywood playboy did have a music career, although it was short-lived. He released music tracks such as Who Am I and Two-Face Idibia, which actually surprisingly received some good airplay both on radio and TV. Apart from that, he also released an album, Born to Do This, with a number of notable features. But unfortunately, guys, it didn't do well.
Well, I mean, it was
But
good for him
I
to
loved
try.
that Who Am I featuring
Yeah.
Two-Face. The one with Two-Face.
Was it the one they shot inside or outside?
No.
On a runway?
No, I
There
don't
was
think it's
one
a
now, Jets. One video, J-Mike. One video.
Jamaica brought that character from movies
into his music.
Into the music. Bad boy. Like, who am I?
But it was still a jam.
It was a jam,
It
Sha.
was a jam, though. But then I'm happy that he went back into acting. There are some things that you're just better at than. But then it's good to say that I did this.
Yeah,
you
true
know,
that, true that.
I sang, I
dropped
acted.
an album.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if I get money, myself, I will drop.
But you know one thing
drop a
about
single.
J-Mike? You know, when you have not met J-Mike and you just see him on TV, so you're already having some ideas. This dude is actually, apart from all this facade, you know, he builds around himself like, look at me, I'm like
Very
hard.
like macho.
Is a warm
Quiet,
person.
yeah.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Even on his Instagram, his social media, he's very like,
He's
if you
warm.
call for me,
I'll
have you
give you-
ever
I'll
tried
give you.
to? Have you
He's
ever tried to
warm.
shade Jim Ike? He will shade you with dictionary, like 15 lines.
He's actually warm.
Wow, okay, that's very good to know.
Let's go check out a clip of Jim Mike doing Who Am I with Tubaba.
You know,
Two-Face.
honestly speaking, you have to have good friends in this life. Like, look at Two-Face really supporting. He's like, yeah, who am I? Who am I? That is the coolest thing. All right, moving on to the second male actor turned musician on our list is Nkem Owo. Now, Nkem Owo is popularly known as Osofia. He also dabbled into the music and released songs like Marry Me and I Go Chop Your Dollar, which was an eye-opener on advance fee fraud, also called 419. So what did you guys think? Osofia?
Osofia was always it's still a character. So when he infused it into his music, like it was for a movie that I Go Chop Your Dollar, which we can't play because of NBC and drama. But he opened, it was an eye-opener to 419 and advanced fee fraud. But it's crazy. It's crazy. Osofia singing.
That's Osofia. You can pardon Osofia on so many grounds because Osofia has never been serious. In his life. So you know what? One day I was now driving and then I listened to Osofia on a particular station. He was being interviewed. Now the person I wanted to be. You know how you...
To be serious.
No, the person wanted to... You know how you see Osofia and then you're like, Osofia... Osofia wanted to be serious. The interview did not go well. The interview did not go
I can relate. Wanted
don't
to
get-
crack jokes and he's like, no, I want to talk about the economy. Let's talk about national security. He's like, no, let's gist, let's play.
That thing did not go well.
My goodness.
Okay, let's check out a video clip of Nkem Owo doing music.
You want to know you. Wow.
singing and the backup singer just had to.
And the babe was really going down. She was dancing for
I tell you, I said,
hot names.
look at.
Nice one.
Please, let's move on. I
Let's move on to the number 3 person on our list, John Okafor, aka Mr. Ibu. The comedic actor thought he had all what it takes to venture into the music industry, releasing singles like This Girl, Do You Know, Love Me, and so on. Despite all the singles, his music career was... This simply means he's better off as an actor. Yeah, the music thing did not work for John Okafor.
Oh.
Yeah, at times they just want to do it, but we know you to be an actor,
But
so
to be
we'll just listen to
fair.
your music and just laugh and say, okay, next, can we listen to Davido and Whiskey or Tubaba?
Especially when you are a funny character.
Yes.
So people don't tend to take you seriously. Like
To be
Mr.
fair,
Ibu.
a lot of people have failed with music, so I
Kai.
mean, it's okay to try. At least the most important thing is that you tried.
No, I think it's our mentality because you came to the industry as an actor. So when
So
you're not
remain
doing,
an actor.
So
Don't
when
tell
you're
us
not
you're
doing
vast.
music, is they will just say,
Hello,
I beg,
Beyonce just acted in Lion King for $25 million. Don't
that's
tell
why-
anybody
so-
what to do.
So that's why I said
Eh?
your industry, in Nigeria, that's what it means.
But no, but things are changing. You know, look at Maomi. Maomi actually sings and then she acts. And I mean, she's acting serious roles. She's acting.
Which Omami do you think people will prefer seeing more?
But she did well, Shao. The
But
ones
which
that
one
I've
do you
seen.
think people will prefer seeing
Because
more?
we're used to seeing her singing.
You're just used
but
to
then
seeing her
if she
sing.
starts acting more and more, then we'll start liking her for
I
acting.
totally love to watch the role she played. But talking about Mr.
We're talking about Mr. Ibu though. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Ibu. Mr. Ibu is another person I have met. And so Mr. Ibu is that person that even if you still want to play on set, like you still want to play during the interview, yeah, still
I'm
playing.
serious.
Mr. Ibu.
Let's go check out Mr. Ibu doing music.
Mr. Ibu's song wasn't
Say
bad.
whatever you want to say about Mr. Ibu.
It wasn't bad
I
at all.
liked that song.
Yes, highlight.
And
Vibe now.
I can relate to it because I served in Asaba, and on the way from Lagos to Asaba, they used to play music like, and everybody just like, now you get that. I loved
I
it.
can so relate to it too because I said in Anambra and at Opiweka, you don't be hearing.
It's all the songs you'll be hearing.
As
just
in,
be,
with 2 beers.
you know, and they love to have beer parlor. In the evening like this, when I walk on Obosi Street.
You get that.
With apple and raw soup, or you know, ofe sala or something. You just be stepping it down. All right, now let's move to the person we have at number 4. At number 4, we've got Ramsey Noah. Now, the Israeli Nigerian known for his good looks, featured in some movie theme songs like Ayele, yes, or Ayele, yes, it's Ayele actually, directed by Tade Ogido, and now Waiting, directed by Kingsley Ogoro. Now, it was nice to see him showcase his singing skills, but it was short-lived, guys. What would you say about Ramsey Noah?
OJ starts.
I saw him in Kingsley Ogoro's music video. Kingsley Ogoro used to, a movie director, and I think what most of them do when they want to record like theme song for their movies, they just call these people. I think that's what happened
That's
with
what
the
happened back
Kingsley Ogoro.
then.
The Kingsley Ogoro one that Ramsey Noah was rapping. Then the Mr. Ibu one is for a particular movie, and all of them they just instead of paying Davido and then to Baba,
They were not even available at that time.
And Tade Ogido too, where we saw Ramsey Noah singing. The set of people that were in that video.
But
Do you know
see-
Wandeko was in that same video?
But I want to tell you that. But let me
It
tell
was
you.
an all-star, yeah,
It
Tade
was an
Ogido.
all-star. So I will not even count this as Ramsey Noah. You could feature on that
Yeah.
one. Like, yeah, it was a general.
people were there.
And they helped people sing well. It
Yes.
wasn't as if because you're a singer. You
Yeah.
know, you can belong to it. It's just like you're having like Christmas Carol and then you just
Yeah,
put
got
everybody in
everybody.
it. And then you have some people who can really sing.
Wandeko was in that video, by the way. dancing.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
You saw Wandeko?
Yes, he was.
So
I
slim
didn't
and black.
I didn't even recognize him actually. If OJ didn't say that was when they call, I'd be like, what?
And
But
they-
you guys, you slept on Ramsey Noah. Look at yeah, with his head like this.
You said Ed Sheeran of Nigeria.
Mike, but I think he tried.
But I think he
he's-
tried. But was it
his
somebody
singing was
supporting Ramsey Noah's vocals? Like, or was it Ramsey Noah doing?
the thing is, anybody can sing when he gets into the studio.
Or we can use auto-tune
yeah,
too.
when they fine-tune your voice,
Yeah.
man, you'll be better than Michael Jackson.
No.
Don't
Okay.
promise them that.
No.
So moving on to the 5th actor turned musician on our list is Saint Obi. Now, this Nollywood James Bond actually reportedly had a music career before his acting career kicked off. Now, Saint Obi released songs like Imagine the Dream, Chima Obi, and Njeleje before taking a backseat in the music industry. Okay.
Saint Obi was always that bad guy, James Bond. For me, I will kill you. Like, you know, he's huge, so he's always that bad guy. But doing music, he now became soft doing his music, Sha. I don't know, man.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm speechless. No, because out of respect, we should just check out the clip. This is a very lovely song.
I am telling you,
as
like,
in the video quality was nice, the message was nice.
And I tell you, perhaps he has watched a lot of Sonny Nage's songs, videos, and then he felt, let's just come up with it. And he didn't do badly.
I think he did very well.
In
fact, I think on this list, I liked his video best. I liked it best, yeah.
Yeah, I like you, Michael, bad guy. Who am I? Giving us some 50 cent vibes. I'm a bad idiot.
Wait already. Oh my God, guys, we'll take a break now. And we will be back with movies, other movies. You don't even want to miss this for anything, so you better stick here.
It is now time for movies at the movies. And of course, I have Kingo J.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Israel Ines is still in the building.
All right, the first movie on our list is called Crawl. Now, Crawl tells the story about a young woman while attempting to save her father during a Category 5 hurricane, finds herself trapped in the flooding house and must fight for her life against alligators, guys. Now, this one is directed by Alexandra Aja and stars Kaya Scoladrado, Bara Perry, and Mafrold Clark. If you like horror films that feature aquatic animals, then you will like this one. I mean, but I feel like it's doing quite well because Rotten Tomatoes had it about 85%.
That's good.
That's very high for Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one because I like horror, but you know when it has ghosts and stuff, it gets too creepy because that African side, Nigerian side, and I start Jesus. But this one is just animals, alligators. So yeah, maybe I'll watch it.
Which is happening on the island right now. Those people that stay in all those Aja axes when it floods, people start seeing creatures in your house. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our second movie. This one is titled Midsummer, and it's about a couple that travel to Sweden to visit a rural hometown's fabled Midsummer Festival. What begins as an idyllic retreat quickly devolves into an increasingly violent and bizarre competition at the hands of a pagan cult. Directed by Ari Aster, this movie stars Florence Paul, Jack Reynor, and Willem Bongren. Their own version of our Ujuju.
This one is... What? It's really Ujuju. This is very scary, guys. Oh my goodness. But then, I mean, if you love horror films, you should watch this
one. That one is for you.
But then you watch it one eye, and then you would have prayed before watching it. Pray after watching it too. Because, wow, that is all white. Why would you even join? You know, you see people wearing all white.
People like to experiment. Yeah, let's have fun with these people. Oh, what are you guys doing? Oh, let's partake. You're partaking. And they will not be calling you in the middle of the night.
Okay, well, it's doing quite well, I mean, from the reviews so far. But then, as we said, it's a horror film, so watch it with caution. All right, moving on to the third movie on our list. Now, this one is called The Least of These, the Graham Stain story. Now, as the social fabric of life in rural India disintegrates in the late 1990s, journalist Manavi Banerjee, played by Shalham Joshi, moves with his pregnant wife to the state of Odisha in hope of a better life and the promise of a lucrative career. Now, this movie stars Shari Rigby, Shaman Joshi, and Stephen Baldwin, and it was directed by Anish Daniel.
Wow, and a Bollywood movie.
And it looks like it's going to be filled with action, of course, romance and drama. So if you love Bollywood, watch that.
Okay, number four on our list before we call in
not
Honeypot.
yet Honey.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, yes, a faded television actor and his stunt double strive to achieve fame and success in the film industry during the final years of Hollywood's golden age in 1969 Los Angeles. Directed by Quentin Tarantino, this movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, and Maya Hawke.
I'm super excited for this one.
Why?
I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt in the same movie.
And of course, Margot Robbie. Oh, amazing actor.
Honestly speaking, I'm looking forward to watching that one.
Directed by Quentin Tarantino, so it should be a banger.
I think so too.
Definitely.
Okay.
So, Honeypot.
Honey.
Which one are you going to be watching?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but
don't shout Leonardo DiCaprio too. You love him too?
And Brad Pitt.
Wow.
Okay, so I love it. I love the look. I love the feel. I mean, already. So I'm actually looking forward to this. And then I'm going to be watching the list of this. That's
The
Bollywood.
Bollywood
Yes,
movie.
the Bollywood. But the very horror film right
Midsommar?
there. No way.
Crawl?
With the white
Except I'm not
sculpt-
seeing well. Like, except I am not seeing
pray
well.
before you
You know,
pray after.
you know how in the middle of night you can't sleep and then you just turn your TV on and you go to this particular channel and then you're watching Yoruba movie and then it is like some burial ground kind of thing in the middle of
it.
it.
Feature a Yoruba horror movie on this, movies at the movies. It's worse than many other horror.
Oh my God.